Hey guys, this is Zip of RageQuitTV, casting ZOTAC Cup number 18. I believe this is the quarterfinals. It is BO3 time. QxGiNkA versus Baboon Prime. That is CheckPrime. So ZVP, GSL, Terminus, SE, gonna be one amazing game. And for the people wondering, like, you cleared the lag up. Well, I didn't clear the lag up. I just didn't put the lag on. The lag you're talking about is the delay I normally have on when I cast games to prevent stream sniping. I do that when I'm the only stream covering events. And when there's other streams, it just puts me too far behind, as it gives too much of an incentive not to watch us when we cover the same games. So that's why there's no delay on right now. We do have the probe first, and okay, there's the drone. That was late. That's very odd. Normally, you send your workers out. I mean, you build your worker, then you send them out, and then you do stuff. Like, then you hotkey your hatch. What CheckPrime just did was send his workers to mine, then build the drone. And that's just not that efficient. You normally don't see that because, let's go in. You gotta select all your units. You can do Control F1, 2. Move to the mineral patch, then move back to your hatch to build a unit. Because at the start of the game, you don't have anything hotkeyed yet. So, not a huge deal, but just kind of funky to see. I almost thought he was 6-point at first, but no, not going to be a 6-pull. We do have a 9-pylon going up and scout. Let's see, this is the version with destructible debris. And some of them don't have that, and if, well, that can make a huge difference. If you just wall in and say, hey, I'm safe, I can go on easy bases quickly, easy 3. And then these rocks go down, you're like, well, I don't have any defense. That sucks. But I'm sure QxGiNkA knows about that change, and he will prepare accordingly. We'll see CheckPrime going for that gas first, then the pool. He is definitely going to be doing some type of speedling opener, I would assume. And we'll see if Inka can get up defense early enough. He is going to go for a forge first, because remember the last game? I said if you see the gas, you'll go for the forge and get quick cannons. If you see just the pool and no gas, you see the 16 Nexus come out. And now, you see that happening exactly. He saw the gas first, he's like, okay, well, I better get my forge up so I can get a quick cannon. Why? Because of the fact that, this is an aggressive build. You don't get the gas, your chances are you're not going to be too aggressive. You're going to try to get your hatch up very fast. If you're going to be aggressive, well, you need to get the cannon up to do as much damage as possible, with much defense as possible. Because right now, Check is saying, hey man, I'm going to attack you very soon. Get something. And it forces the cannon as well, and now the gateway coming up. He can put a pylon here to wall himself in. He double-checked the wall right here, so he knows it's solid. He is going to be safe against any type of ling pressure. Now what CheckPrime could do, it doesn't look like he is, he's going to go for his expansion. But what he could really do, which would work extremely well, especially because he has an overlord right by his base already, move that overlord into this no man's land, rush up to lair, and spine crawler rush this front door. I know spine crawlers and cannons have the same range, but you can poke down either the forge or the gateway without the cannon hitting you, and then all your lings can run in. We'll see if that's what happens. I don't think it is, since he took his drones off of gas. That's just a possibility you can see. It looks like he is going to start taking out these destructible debris. Inka does see that. And he is getting a Cybernet escort behind of this. And on this map also, Nidus Worms are so good, because he's won himself in here. But you can look, all of this area, he has to cover with vision if he wants to get spotted Nidus. There's no way he can see that without putting a few units on patrol. And it looks like that probe just going around, and Check is just going to be taking as many bases as he possibly can. That's 2 hatches going up, so it's a forge fast spin, and he knows he's safe. So he goes up on that 3rd base extremely quick. We'll see what Inka does. I said, hey, the Void Ray would be a great thing in the last game on Chikora's Plateau, but on this map I wouldn't recommend it, just because this 3rd base and your natural is so close to each other. You can get 2 queens down there easily to defend that base. So, or you can build a Spore Crawler here, then unbuild it, and then move it to your third base extremely fast. So the Void Ray to counter a quick third on this map doesn't work. And GiNkA is morphing his units on the outside of this, which means he wants to be aggressive. And let's see, this warp gate just about done. There is Lings running all around the map. Keep in mind, that one probe that was outside of this wall did go down. And that is a big deal just because, hey, that means no forward pylons. And maybe he put these on the outside so he can defend these rocks. And the Zealot and Sentry are perfectly safe right here because they have that force field. They can go behind the... right in this area where one force field can save them off. And then the cannons can work their magic. So, GiNkA right now playing extremely safe, getting more and more gateways back here. And a robo facility. So this looks like exactly what he did against Al Mygoin. We'll see if he goes into that heavy DT pressure. And will Check be able to defend that? Check is getting a Roach one up. That will be pretty good. And that forward scouting overlord does go down, but he sees the gateways. So that is definitely good info. He doesn't see that robo facility that is currently supply blocked. Can't get out. And the Lings come, just poke at the door. See no more units really being made. So maybe Check has an idea. Well, he sees the units in the back, so... I don't know what he thinks right now. I don't know what he could tell from this. But what I do know is he's up one worker right now and plus one base. And soon to be this extra gas, which does help quite a bit. And we should see the layer coming out soon, and we should also see the Twilight Council very soon. Maybe not. It looks like what GiNkA's going to do, he's going to get a few sentries in a warp prism, drop it up here, force field this, kill all this. That's what GiNkA's plan right now is. And the observer comes, sees the units nowhere near. And that warp prism definitely going to be extremely effective. As you see the sentries coming down here. And they're just going into a place where the warp prism can pick them up. And there we go. He's got enough to pretty much infinite force field this ramp. And how quick will Check respond to this? Let's just go to this. And you see that. You see the warp prism. And he's immediately moving in. But it's not going to be fast enough. Now you're going to have a lot of units whooping into the base, and that is never a good thing. But wait! Oh my god, that warp prism almost went down. One more hit, and that would have went down. And if he took that out, that would have been absolutely huge. Because that would stop this warp-in from happening. One of those sentries have gone down. And he's trying to take them out. Stalker's coming in. 7 roaches on the way. This roach one is going to be taken out again. Force field stopping everything up here. These Lings kind of just sitting out. And again, it came down to that 5 HP, 1 hit. And Check would have defended that. Now the spawning pool getting taken out. We don't have either of those being rebuilt. Spawning pool being built now. But right now, the only unit Check can make are drones. And DTs are coming. He is expanding. Layer is coming out. That spawning pool being rebuilt. And DTs is the follow-up to this. And GiNkA just dealt so much damage. And those drones still trying to hide. I'm surprised he didn't try to research Burrow, but then again, there are observers. So I don't know how much that would have helped. And he can do one more force field. So it looks like those drones may live. The drones are going to go attack the sentries now. That's the last force field. And these Stalkers could be in a little bit of trouble. Keep in mind, they do have blink, so they can blink down here and get out. Dark Shrine now is finished. So we will be seeing DTs, and now those Stalkers are blinking out. And looks like there's nothing here to stop them from going back home. 4 DTs coming in to this third base. And now this hatch looks like it will be falling. This is a BO3 though, so we'll see another game. Game's not over yet, but it's looking grim. DTs get in that Warp Prism and escape. These bases going up. 108 supplied to 115. And you can see Check's minerals and gas going up so high. And that's because this tech was sniped and he couldn't produce units. And now his hatches are down, so he doesn't have the lava to produce units. So much damage being dealt. And now DT's going back here. We have the Spore Crawler. No, that's the Evo Chamber, because that got sniped. He can't build a Spore Crawler. And it doesn't look like he has one Overseer, actually. And here we go. The big Death Force coming in. And there we go. The Ling's going to try to commit to it, take out these Stalkers, but it's not going to be enough. They do blink, and now is safe with Force Fields. It is definitely looking good. You have all these Stalkers, not Stalkers, Roaches burrowed that do get taken out. Ten Roaches on the way. Check is doing everything he can do to hold off against Inca. But Inca, just so strong right now. And you can see him blinking his Stalkers away. Last engagement, Force Fields go down, preventing a lot of that damage. There goes the GG. We'll be going into Game 2 very shortly.